How the heaven are you, everybody? I am good today myself. Let's see. Um, my channel. Just trying to bring this up on my tablet so I can see what's going on. Usually, well, we're back up to 49 subscribers from 48, which is good. Hopefully, we can get a few more subscribers. Get us back up to that. Let's get up to that 100 mark. Hello to whomever's come in. Hey, Chad, how are you? Take it you're finally in Utah? Well, I just started, so you haven't missed anything. I just saying hello to everyone that's not here. For those who are watching it later, um, I'm gonna try. Sorry about not getting on last night and doing a video, but with Ethan and with Mike on for as long as they were. A lot of changed here since 2012. Well, I can see that. 6 years is a long time. It's a short time, but it's a long time. Um, so, yeah, sorry about not being able to get on yesterday with Ethan and Mike. I was hoping, you know, Mike was like 15 minutes after Ethan ended. I was hoping, maybe I'd get some time in between, and then I was hoping Mike would end soon, but he didn't. And I ended up going to bed before Mike was even over. But it's all good. I'm just eating breakfast here at McDonald's. And what are you eating at McDonald's for breakfast? My favorite breakfast there is the breakfast burrito. So hopefully I should be able to get on tonight to do a stream for that. I might be doing one in the middle of the afternoon, well, middle afternoon my time, an hour or two after. A little bit of a comic review. Hash brown and a coffee. Cool. A little bit of a comic review. Like I've been trying on Facebook to round up people to maybe come on, guest, sort of have on as a guest or whatever to promote their products. And that website, I think it was you I showed the other day, or Hoth, about the Kingstone Comics or Word for Word comic book. They're coming out with a new one, and I got a little bit of a preview. Yeah, I heard about that. I was on Ethan's stream when he tried to do it. I went over. I kept on Ethan's, and then another tab I opened up, went over to him, and tried to promote myself and put a couple of comments. I'm like, you're not dealing with SJWs here. We are the leaders of Comics Gate. I put that a few times, or a version of it. And then, of course, everybody else is either wishing Ethan a happy birthday, or all sorts of different things. It was just a crazy stream. I've heard the name. Apparently, he is a very right winger, alt right, as they say. He is actually close to what they claim we are. You know, Nazis and all that, racist and all that. He has. He is actually a lot of that himself. And he tried to claim, well, as he said, or said there, claiming Comicsgate. He said he was going to be opening a comic brand called Comicsgate. And Ethan sent him a cease and desist, so to speak. You know, don't do this, you know, because Ethan is sort of claiming Comicsgate. Not that he's trying to say he's the leader, he owns it, but for us, you know, as consumers, he's trying to sort of claim it. So this person who is not what we want to be known as, you know, the head of Comicsgate, so it won't be. So, you know, they think we're ugly enough as it is. If he got it, it might actually seem like it's true. And thus, you know, in the middle of Ethan's live stream, he opened up his live stream and tried to, you know, say that he's going to be laying claim to it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the exact wording, although it's there. I still had Ethan's audio up, so sometimes it was hard to hear properly. And, anyways, a whole bunch of us, you know, there's like 2,000 watching Ethan at that time. And like 800 or 9 of us, 100 went over there and just flooded them, sort of like the DC. What happened with the DC thing? And this time we hit all the dislikes. We hit the dislike button. We got them up to over 600 dislikes. So that's sort of what happened, and a little bit of who he is, to my knowledge, anyways. Well, what happened was I was, but who he is to my knowledge. So I hope that answers questions that way. And anyways, I guess I should get on with the Bible reading. We are in the book of Habakkuk today. It is only 3 chapters long, so there's not a lot to choose from. So I decided just to start at the beginning of the first chapter. As the Fine Brothers, I'm not sure who they are. Oh, hello to whomever has come in. Is that you, Hoth? So yeah, well, I guess I will just get on with this. Like I said, just decided to do Habakkuk chapter 1, go through and read. I'm gonna probably just read, as you can see here. It says Habakkuk. I knew how to pronounce this a second ago. A few years back, the Fine Brothers tried to claim reaction videos. Okay. I guess so. Habakkuk. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna read Habakkuk's complaint and then the Lord's answer. There's goes back like this a couple times, but I'm just gonna read the first complaint and the first answer. So the prophecy that Habakkuk the prophet received. How long, Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen, or cry out to you violence, but you do not save? Why do you make me look at injustice? Why do you tolerate wrongdoing? Destruction and violence are before me. There is strife and conflict abounds. Therefore, law is paralyzed, and the justice never prevails. The wicked hem in the righteous, so that justice is perverted. Wow, that sounds a lot like nowadays. And let us read what the Lord's answer is to Habakkuk, because he was no schmuck. Look at the nations and watch and be utterly amazed, for I am going to do something in your days that you would not believe even if you were told. I am raising up the Babylonians, that ruthless, impetuous people who sweep across the whole earth to seize dwellings not their own. They are feared and dreaded people. They are law to themselves and promote their own honor. Their horses are swifter than leopards, fiercer than wolves at dusk. Their cavalry gallops headlong. Their horsemen come from afar. They fly like an eagle swooping to devour. They all come intent on violence. Their hordes advance like a desert wind, and gather prisoners like sand. They mock kings and scoff rulers. They laugh at fortified cities by building eastern earthen ramps and capture them. They sweep past like the wind and go on. Guilty people whose strength is their God. Okay, well, not quite sure what to make of all that. I guess he's gonna send somebody to, deal with Wicket. Let's see what my Ben's devotional has to say about the begin at the beginning. Habakkuk prophesies in Judah when the power of the Babylon is growing. Second Chronicles 35, 20, chapter 35, verse 20 through 36, chapter 36, verse 8. When he questions God's justice in allowing evil to go unchecked, he receives an answer that God knows what he is doing, leading to a concluding celebration of God's glory and power. As you read the book, remember that the majestic God is in control of your life, no matter what happens to you. Well, that is awesome. Oh, and I'm going to unshare for a second here to when we are done getting through the Bible, a book I got a few years ago, I'm going to go through and read, not the whole chapter at a time, probably 2, maybe 3 pages, and do drawings, of course. Um, who needs a superhero? And there's only but one chapter I didn't really like in it. It's a pretty awesome book. Um, um, the chapter, well, there's a foreword, an introduction, but the chapter titles are Superman, the Saving Sun from Above, Hulk, the Monster Within, Batman, Guilt and Grace in Gotham City, Iron Man, Salvation by Success, Superman Revisited, Death, Resurrection, and Doomsday. This is all before the new 52, so do. Wonder Woman, The Power of Truth, Thor, Transformation, Spider-Man, Saved for Service, Daredevil, Discernment, X-Men, In the World but Not of It, The Fantastic Four, The Ties That Bind, Punisher versus Green Arrow, What is God Like? Captain America, Shielded from Sorrow, The Spirit, The Gospel in a Nutshell, Superhero Self Quiz, What Superpowers Lurk Inside You? Key to the Superhero Self Quiz, and Super Questions for a study guide for individuals or group use, which I might use. So I'll probably just take it a little bit at a time, you know. It's like a 200-page book, so yeah, it's 200 pages, so it's going to take us a bit of time to get through it, especially reading every day. And it's by H. Michael Brewer. If you want to try and find it before we get into it, so you can read along easier. It's just one I got long, like over 10 years ago, and I thought it would be cool to go through. So, you know, seeing being the superhero channel and all that, tying Christianity and comics, Christianity and superheroes. So I hope when we get into that, you will enjoy it. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen so I can hide that. So, this is FX. I have a character called Prop Man, and he is a World War II hero. This is sort of his successor for the modern day. What does FX stand for? You know, effects, it's a short form for effects, you know, special effects. Just like prop man, you know. The special effects of nowadays are like the prop men of old. So I found it fitting to rename a modern prop man with the name FX. Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, not every. I thought everybody'd know that. So it was well, it was a term coined in the '90s. Maybe they don't use it as much nowadays. So that might be why you didn't know it. Would be my thinking. But there was actually a TV show named FX, and he wasn't quite a superhero, but he did stuff along the same lines. It only lasted like a season too. I'd like to go back and watch it. I didn't get to watch the whole series myself, although I wanted to. Well, yeah, and you learned something today. Maybe not something all that important, but something, right? Did I see the live stream of Brian with the epic guy voice? No, I did not. So many things on YouTube here. I've got like 20 channels on this, minimum of 20 channels I'm subscribed to. Now, some of them produce content on a regular basis, some do not. Some produce a lot of content, like Ethan, Mike, Doug. And I'm trying to produce a lot of content too. Trying to. Oh, we got somebody watching. So what happened on that stream or video? Anything spectacular? Oh, we got 4 watching now. Cool. Hello to everybody who's come in. Feel free to ask questions, comment. Okay, we're done with number 3. Okay, what do we got here? He talked about how he got into business and he talked about how he got into the business and voices and work he's done. Joked about a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff too, like AMSR. Not sure what that stands for. And Christian Bale Batman.
I am Batman.
Okay, well that sounds good. For sure. Schiffer. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Hoth. How are you today? We got 6. Wow. Hello to everybody who is here and watching. Feel free to ask anything, talk, chat. I can see your if you can see I can see your chat, so I just have it up on the screen like that so I can see it while I'm drawing. Especially on the tablet here. Yeah, it's saying 9:30. I seen a thing for a reminder, and it said 9:30. That must be. I'm not sure what time that would be. On their site, I think it says 6:30 though. Yeah, I'm gonna tune in for sure too. I'll have to make sure not to stream while they're going on too, because I'm gonna try and get on tonight to do a drawing. I'm probably gonna try and get on uh, an hour or two after I finish this stream and do a review of a comic that I've been, or part of a comic I've been sent. Word for word, a Bible thing, Bible comic book or something like that. I forget what they're called. Anyways, word for word, they they're on Facebook, and I had sent a message about promoting stuff to my channel, and having them on or whatever. And well, he's not able to come on at the moment, but he sent me part of the comic book that they're releasing for a Kickstarter thing on the 14th of this month. So that is cool. So I've looked at it briefly. The art looks awesome. So I'm gonna try and read it and then do a little review on it sometime today or tomorrow, the latest. I was wanting to do that this morning, but Ethan ran his morning stream very long. Alterna isn't exact. I'm not sure whether I'd call them indie or not. They are a comic company, and they are getting a lot of, shall we say it, negativity put towards them because last week I think they came out and put their social media policy up on the net because they were getting some other flack, and they're basically saying don't use block bots to block people to their the guys that they do print comics up for, and they're getting a lot of flack for that. And there was more to the social media policy than that. All of it was good though. Oh, we've got 3 people gone. They're certainly not the big two. That's about all I know of. I went to their site. They also produce comics on newsprint, fairly cheap for like $1 or $1.50 compared to your $3 or $4 comics by DC, Marvel, and the other people in the industry. Okay, see ya, Hoth. Have a great day. God bless. I'm glad you could stop by. Be sure to hit that like button on the way out. Oh, that's good. I'd say I probably got to get myself a Nintendo Switch, but I don't usually like reading or watching anything on that small of a screen. Now I know you can connect make the Nintendo Switch go on a big screen too, I think, or on like a regular TV. I mean, I'm not sure how it works. It's a hybrid console. Okay. Not sure exactly what that would mean, but you can play it like Game Boy or on the TV. Oh, okay. That sounds cool. Does it come with an external controller for the TV type thing, or how does that part work? Oh, definitely. Okay. Sounds interesting for sure. Yeah. Uh, the boots are slightly different, I guess. And as you may have noticed, he's got a top hat. He wears a top hat for, and just barely a mask. His isn't a full face mask. Like here. Oh, we're doing the outlining, so. And he wouldn't probably have half the stuff Batman has. He might have hollow project, or maybe he might be a cross between Batman and Mysterio almost. Um, missed one little part of the cape, which is always a pain. So yeah, I guess it's similar to Batman, although I don't think I was going for the Batman look when I don't know what I was going through for. I know I probably wanted to make it similar to the original Prop Man, his predecessor. See whether we can find his predecessor. Um, just waiting for it to open up Prop Man properly. Okay. Yeah, there's his predecessor, Prop Man. So I was taking it off of that, except trying to modernize it slightly, give him a slightly different look. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know. One thing I like about it, and that I can get the gradient so it looks a little bit shaded. And then I can always adjust it from one side to the other too, so. And so now we got black. Jeez. And use the trick the professionals use that I know of. To Yeah, the main thing I like is the whole gradient thing. Tricks right there, which. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take that and I'm gonna put a little bit more. No, that looks a little better. Okay, so now we're gonna take the bottom one out. Scan that again. Back. And zoom in. Oh, no. Get rid of. Sorry about this. I don't know what. There's no reason for this. And hello to whomever's come in. I decided to be a pain. Okay, it looks like things are working again. Yes, it is. Good. That way I didn't have to stop the stream or anything. Let's see whether I got an eye color for him or whether I'm just going to have to make it up on the fly. I don't think I have an eye color for him. So we're going to make his eye color blue for now. So there is FX, the modern day prop man. Sorry about that. For the villain that we're about to do, I thought I had a profile on her. I always do that. Oh no, I don't have it done up somewhere. I know I did it once, the profile for her. Oh well. And of course, try and get rid of something that doesn't want to get rid of it. So we just gotta wait a couple seconds here while the program decides to respond. Okay, this is Merc, short for Mercury, but not the planet, not the god, the metal. Or not mercenary either, obviously. One of my metals. And this is more what her look's going to be. At first, eventually, her look's going to get upgraded, which I have yet to do. The upgraded look. Well, I got it, but and I'm going to tonight for my live drawing. It's DC, and I think I'm going to try and draw Starfire. I've never drawn her before, so. If I do remember right, before getting transformed into Mercury type metal person, she was just a stay at home mom, a soccer mom. If I remember right from what I do have for a bio, have had for a bio for her. I gotta find it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make it all up again. Oh, excuse me. I think when she gets transformed initially, she's just in a workout suit, as you might be able to tell by what you're seeing here. Oh, excuse me. Ah, Mike is live. I will continue my drawing. Uh, my tracing of my own character digitally. Ah! No, I'm just kidding. Nike, you mean? I don't know if you mean Nike. Not sure exactly how they could, but I'm sure they'd figure a way out. Everybody figures a way to please the SJWs, except I don't know who. How does a shoe company go woke? There is a question. How would a shoe company go woke? Go woke so they could go broke. Then the other question, I guess, maybe even more important, what could they gain by doing it? Yeah, we're not gonna buy your shoes. Yeah, sorry, you guys aren't athletes. Nobody buys. You weren't gonna buy my shoes to begin with. I don't know. It's crazy. If they did, it's really crazy. It's pretty stupid if they did, though. Especially if they start, complaining to about all their white customers. Yeah, you're just an uptight, prejudiced snob. Yeah. Oh, if that's the way you feel about me, I'll take my business elsewhere. I know. What's with the French accent? I don't know what color her eyes are supposed to be either. We'll go brown. Oh, lips. Now to black shoelaces. Get Black Panther, sell them on eBay. Sure, you get a few $100 for that. No. You know, Black Panther's all the rage, right? So there we have. Ah, cool. Batpool. It's a dead man, but there already is a dead man. Pool man? Da 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 Pullman. Oh. So there are the guys for today. What are my thoughts on DC Metal? I have yet to read the whole thing. I gotta read it in full. I'm almost like a year behind in my comic readings. I'm at the last week of October of 2017 for DC. I'm almost through that week, so I'll be hopefully getting on to November soon. But what I've seen of it so far, I like. Um, Not sure what I've heard. I don't think I've heard much about it. The only thing that I've heard that's been a spoiler lately is what happened to Batman and Catwoman. I knew about him proposing, and obviously they were going to get married. I heard what happened. That they all, well, the basics. And I didn't really like that though. I think they should have followed through with it personally, and that's more because long time ago, before Crisis of Infinity Earths, on Earth 2, Batman and Catwoman actually did get married. And that's where the Huntress came from. The Huntress was their daughter on Earth 2. So I would have liked to see that be fulfilled. It would have been neat. Because other than Cap, yeah, there's a lot of, well, before Crisis of the Infinity Earths, which is 1985 event. I think that was their major first event in DC Comics, which spawned a lot of their other events. And actually, on Earth 2, Catwoman turned Batman towards a life of crime, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. So, but that's where the Huntress, as far as I know, that's where the Huntress originally came from. When I go through my comics in a few months, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're a long way off. We got 951 to go. So I think that's gonna be it for now. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get on later, do a comic book review of that comic I was given, and then later after that again doing Starfire, drawing Starfire up for thing. So for those that are watching, not here and here now, well, actually anybody, thumbs up button if you have yet to hit. You've gotten this far, might as well hit it. For those that are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. For those that hit the notification, for those that are subscribed, that way you know when I'm putting stuff up. Check out my other content on this channel. We have like 80 videos here. Check out my other channel, The Pied Piper of Hamilton. And comment on these videos. I want to know what people are thinking, what you think of my videos. I should actually put all this at the beginning, so. And say watch to the end. And my Instagram, my Facebook stuff is all linked in the description. As linked, you probably have to cut and paste, but for my website, crosscomics.ca. Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. My cursor go. Yeah, now that I want to shut it off, it's okay. Bye for now. Love you all again.